again in these hard and trying times that have been brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Constituency Talk. I'm your host, Deliwero Pafadzomaka. Today we are in Shurugwi, where the local leadership together with the business community have come together to find ways to curb the spread of COVID-19.
We have come here with the business community so that we share views on COVID-19 and also information sharing on how we are going to conduct our business and what is expected at our business places so that we won't have problems associated with COVID-19. It is also our hope that after the meeting we'll carry out our business efficiently and effectively. We want to prepare for a treatment center and also a place where people can be housed if they are suspected of any COVID-19. And at Shurugwi Hospital is going to be a treatment center which we are going to construct as a team, the local authorities and also business community.
Honorable Nyati expressed the need for educating the population on the COVID-19 pandemic.
One wonders why the government of Zimbabwe and the president of the Republic of Zimbabwe keeps on talking about COVID-19 and coming up with some ways of getting to everyone in Zimbabwe. And people are saying, is it because we are afraid of dying? No, we are not really afraid of dying. But we understand that the human resource is very critical. In order for one to die young, it means that the government, the community, the family has lost a lot. We cannot afford to lose a life at its tender age. So, where possible, our prayer is, when death comes, let it come when all of us are old. You know, I've been looking at happenings in other countries where if you get ill and you get quarantined, you won't be able to see your husband, your wife, your children. The only faces you may be privileged to see could be for the sisters and the doctors and those that are assisting you. And just imagine the trauma that your family will go through every night when they go to bed. Even when they pray for you, they will come to a stage where they may lose the faith. And whenever they hear a phone call, they will think, maybe dad is dead or mother is dead. And when you die, from what I've been seeing from other countries, you may not be even allowed to go and bury your own. So this is why we are teaching you that let's be very careful in terms of the way we behave so that we avoid this kind of a thing.
Experts from the medical fraternity took time to educate participants of the COVID-19 origins, how it spread and how it can be managed.
It basically means that for it to spread, there has to be movement of a droplet from one area to the other, and in this case, it's moving from the air, or rather from the fluids which are released by someone who's coughing or sneezing to the next person. So that's one way. Then the other way is through physical contact. So that's the reason why we're saying we need to sanitize we need to sanitize our hands, we need to sanitize our work environments. Why? Because when someone coughs, like let's say I have coronavirus as an example, right? When I cough, I'm transmitting those droplets onto my hands. And if I come and then touch on this table, I'm leaving those droplets there. And when someone else comes and touches that same surface, they have the potential of getting coronavirus from there. Then the other way is if for example I have coronavirus, then I cough onto my hand, and then I come and shake hands with my brother over here, then he can also get coronavirus. So that's the method in which it spreads through physical contact.
Let's go for a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the second segment of Constituency Talk. The business community also had an opportunity to have some of the myths on COVID-19 explained.
We have seen a number of different face masks being worn on the streets. So on a layman point of view, I wanted to have a clarification on whether some of these masks have been already in circulation before the COVID-19. For example, we've got these masks people wear when working with chemicals. We've got the dust masks, and we've got those which doctors wear when doing operations etc. So are there no difference, or are some of these masks actually useless on this pandemic, or are all of them sufficient to protect someone from COVID-19?
There are gas masks, there are chemical type of masks, there are masks which protect you from petroleum products or exhausts. Then there are those masks which are designed to protect you from infections. So they are quite different. So if you put on a gas mask and you would wish to have protection on a virus, that may be different. So what we are advocating for is that we use the correct mask for its correct job. It's like cutting a stone using a knife, or chopping a tree using a gun. Yes, eventually you might bring that tree down, but is it the best way?
The district medical officer, Dr. Nyachowe, gave the business people some tips to curb the risk of spreading the coronavirus.
The first measure you would want to put is at the entrance. Someone is there looking at whoever is coming by, coming into the company. Those who seem to be obviously coughing, you can politely ask them to wait outside than to go into your buildings and cough at everyone. You try to put up a measure to save them while they are at a safe distance before they contaminate the whole premises. So at the same entrance there should be hand washing means. Hand washing is the basic thing that we request for at the entrance. And also at the entrance, someone can be checking temperature. Not with that thermometer that is usually used, but with a non-touch type of thermometer, so-called gun thermometer. They used to be around even in hardwares, but now they have vanished. People have taken them in bags at home and they are selling. That is the challenge with our people. They think money very fast. So they are in bags stuck somewhere in houses. Huh? But if you are able, the gun one is fine. Someone at the entrance uses that to test everyone coming into the gate. Those with fever, you politely ask them to sit by the gate and you save them there. Because we are saying the cardinal signs are cough, fever, and other things. So if there's fever, get worried, but don't chase away the client. Politely ask them to sit, so it means you have to provide some means of sitting there by the entrance. So your security by the gate should be well equipped to handle clients as they come in. Then the sanitizing, it may not be everyone who should be getting sanitized. It depends where the work surface is. If your kind of work is that you are checking on a machine constantly, it may be difficult for you to turn your back and go and wash hands. That is the person who may need to have a sanitizer, because there are some processes at companies where someone must not leave that site. So sanitizers may not be for everyone. They should be chosen because these sanitizers are expensive. It's money. So you may need to cut on cost also.
6 isolation sites have been identified in Shurugwi, but they lack infrastructure, hence the need for the intervention by the business community to come up with at least one site.
For Shurugwi, we have identified the isolation sites. They are there. But these are sites like this place, where we are sitting today. Those sites don't even have the chair that you are sitting on. It's a place with a name on it. Not much inside. So if we had a chance, we would show you the sites. So those sites are there at the district hospital, Ramabande, Shika, Doset, Shotonga. And we also wanted Sebanga, that seat, to the site. So all those places, you go in there, they're as empty as this place, minus the chairs. If patients require critical care and it's in Shurugwi, we are not able to admit them at the moment for critical care. So our challenge is Shurugwi, we have to do something about ourselves. Because if we want to rely on Gweru, the next district, they have their problems there.
Let's take another short break. We'll be right back. Welcome to the third and final segment of Constituency Talk. The National Assembly member Honorable Ara Aranyati expressed the need for Shurugwi district to have its own COVID response center. The COVID-19 response team in Shurugwi has embarked on a campaign to educate the local leadership about the COVID-19 pandemic so that they are equipped with knowledge on how to react if the unfortunate event happens.
We have started off with our team, the doctors, to visit what we call the village health workers, because those are our foot soldiers that attend to our sick, those that are ill within our villages, to educate them how they will conduct themselves. We have also talked with the village heads, we have talked with my headmen, we have talked with chiefs, we have gone further to talk to the councillors so that they can also understand. We had a very wonderful opportunity when we discussed with the pastors' fraternity in Shurugwi. We had over 40 pastors. And God has had a lot of mercy on us, because the number of people that have suffered from this disease are just very few. And it is our prayer that those that have been affected will survive, and that same virus does not go to other people. So Zimbabwe is a blessed country, and we pray that here in Shurugwi, in Midlands Province, and in Zimbabwe, this virus does not extend, does not go further than where it has come.
He urged the business people to extend their help to the needy situations, as they are conduits of development.
God has made you a business person so that you can benefit the less privileged, so that you may look after the welfare of the orphans, the widows, and those that are poor. God does not bless us with large things so that we can enjoy as an individual. We are not an island. God wants us to become what we call God's distribution center. When God wants to bless the nation, He comes through your businesses, give you a lot of things, and then you employ a lot of people. And those people will be having a lot of other people behind them that will survive because of your business. When you operate a business, you are like a spring of water which never dries. Chitubu. Your business is to benefit others. You are like a river. A river goes to the mountains, it goes to the gardens, it goes to the wilderness, so that small animals can also survive because of that river.
This center will be used as a private ward that will cater for the people of Shurugwi after this pandemic has been curbed.
Building these centers is a benefit to us because as Shurugwi, we do not have even a private ward that caters for our people. I don't want to say when I'm ill one of these days, you try and phone a helicopter to pick me to Harare or to send me to Gweru. Why must I not sleep where everyone else is able to sleep close to my own home? So it is us who prepare those places so that they are conducive for us. Ladies and gentlemen, dear business persons, let's do at least one center which is ready in case we might have someone, not from Shurugwi, somebody coming from somewhere who gets ill in our area, and then we are able to look after those people who tend to be our visitors.
Honorable Nyati challenged the business community by donating 30,000 RTGS towards the construction of the center.
And this is why I lead with example. I am not a big business person, but my banker is here. I am going to transfer 30,000 RTGS for that particular COVID center that we want to do this afternoon. And I'm also going to make sure that the welfare of all those people that are going to work there for the next 10 days, I look after their welfare. Could it be food, something to eat? If it means I have to go and kill my mombes, you know, I'm a farmer. I've got a lot of cattle. I can kill a cattle every week, you know. If it means I'll do that to get that thing done. So I'm giving it a challenge to you as business persons, and I'm going to give you an account which is dedicated for that particular purpose.
The participants were pleased with the idea to come up with the COVID treatment center in Shurugwi and pledged to support the program.
I'd like to thank the District Task Force on COVID-19 for organizing such an event. It was very educative, and there were certain issues around the COVID pandemic that were demystified. And this workshop or this meeting was quite educative, and we are going to take it back to our workers so that we educate them in order to curtail the spread of COVID-19. It was also encouraging to note that the GMO had some words of wisdom for us, that we should try to prevent the disease, but we should not fear. Well, coming to the issue of coming up with a center, I think it's a very noble idea, it's a very noble cause. We should be prepared.
I was impressed with the presentation of the meeting and with the honorable speakers that we had and the information that was shared and the general feeling of the community of Shurugwi. I'm speaking on behalf of the business people in Shurugwi, but I think the whole of Shurugwi is starting to understand the seriousness of this COVID-19, and I think we are taking due care and caution to prevent the COVID-19, and I think we are standing together. We're doing a very good job.
Meeting yaitwa ina MP ne task force ye COVID-19. It was for the benefit of us miners. Tatina umbo wakakwana, especially panyaya chirwere kudzivirira kwacho nekurapika kwacho handitika. Saka meeting yatibetsera kuti tichakwanisa kudzokera kumabasa kutoudza vatinoshanda navo kuti tokwanisa kudzivirira chirwere chisei. Ndingati chikuru chatanyanya kubatsirwa nacho kubvisa fiye yanga iri matiri.
Chirongwa chauya naMP chirongwa chakanaka zvikuru. Semutungamiri wenzvimbo, zvinhu zvatinotarisira kuti mutungamiri ave anoita izvozvo nokuti vari kuitira isu upenyu hwedu. Zvakare kusapotana nehurumende zvairi kuita izvi, kuzama kuti kana pakave nemunhu aita dambudziko abatwa nechirwere ichi cheCovid-19 anokwanisa kuwanikwawo pakanaka paanonochengetedzwa ari, pane kuti munhu agwara ongoyi chero paaikwa, izvo zvinotowedzera kugwara kwake. Saka isuwo semabusinessmen tichazama nepatinogona kuti tisapote chirongwa ichocho kuti zvibudirire paita dambudziko chero zuva hatigoni kuzomanya-manya zvinhu zvaitika, asi kutogara vanhu takagadzirira, saka tichasapota.
Coming up with a center, I think it's a noble idea. Center ichatibetsera as a district pakuti takwana chinhu chinotibetsera chiri padhuze nesu handiti. Saka center iyi I think it's a good idea simudzwa naMP kuti tichabatsirana kuti ivakwe center ivepo, tibetsirane nevanenge vacharwara vari mudistrict medu nevachabva kune mamwe madistricts.
We thank the president and the government. They take the strong action to avoid the COVID-19. Well, we really appreciate that. Then we are trying our best to follow the president and the government. Like we bought the mask for all our workers, and also the hand sanitizer. We bought all of them. Then we also trying to send the car, like going to the supermarket, buy the food, then give to our workers.
The district development coordinator made a clarion call to the business community in Shurugwi and beyond to help develop the COVID treatment center.
Zvatiri kuita muno muShurugwi hatingotauri vanhu vari muno muShurugwi chete, asi tiri kutarisirawo vamwe vari kunana Harare, even outside the country, vanokwanisa kubatsira kuti tinge tine treatment center yedu. Kunyange tikasava zvedu nechirwere ichi, asi tine tatuwa necenter yedu inogona kurapirwa vanhu vese inenge yakavakwa zvakanaka. Saka tinokumbirisa kuti kuno munhu wese anokwanisa kubatsira abatsire kuita kuti tivake chipatara chedu nounde chedu chichagara chiripo uye chichabatsira vanhu vakawanda.
With that, we have come to the end of this program. If you want us to visit you in your constituency, please get in touch with our producers. From me, your host, Deliwe Ropafazomaka, and the crew behind the scenes. Stay home, be safe, and be blessed.